Hello everyone, welcome to another Homura Akemi unboxing. Our last unboxing was 6 months ago, so today let's change that. This time I thought of doing things a little differently. I posted a poll on my Instagram and YouTube in which you could have voted which scale figure of Homura Akemi you wanted me to open up. And most of you decided on the third option. It was a very close tie with option 1. So thank you for everyone who voted. I also thought of spicing things up a bit. Usually in one video we open at least 3 homuras. Since you already voted for the scale homura, let's spin the wheel for the prize figure and some mini figure of Homura Akemi as a bonus. So fate can decide which homuras will be freed today. So then, welcome to my setup. I cleaned up my desk a bit so it looks presentable to you. To do this, I will put pictures of the figures in this wheel picker I found on the web. First, I will import all of the prize figures into the wheel. I got the pictures from my figure collection, so it was easy to sort which homuras I actually have and which I don't. After they are all done importing, we will give it a spin. Ready or not? The fate has decided on this homura with a red ribbon on her head. Now we will repeat the process for the mini homura. And the winner is Homura with braids and glasses. Now that we have our winners, it's time to find them. Welcome to my bedroom. You probably haven't seen this wall yet, but it's next to my bed in which I filmed before. Anyways, this will be a very difficult task since I'm visually impaired, but we will try.
Good luck.
And feel free to look around while I search for those specific homuras. You might get leaks for the upcoming unboxings. First, let's look for the scale homura, since her box should be pretty big. Here she is. After the long search, the second one was all the way on top. We have acquired the second homura. Now for the last one. It will be a challenge since she is so tiny. I found a similar one, but it's not the same, so yeah. I had to go back and look for the chosen winner after I messed up. So here is the proper tiny homura that we will be opening today. Forget about the other one. This box might seem familiar to you. It's because we opened a homura with loose hair from the same series. And let's say I didn't really enjoy her.
I almost missed her stand. She was a little bit flimsy. The stand didn't fit into her, so we had to file it down. But that's okay, she was so cheap I didn't expect the top quality.
But hey, we will see. Don't judge a figure by its box. She comes in a plastic baggie that is separated into compartments. So you have to cut it up. Her head looks very nicely painted for her price. She even has fake glass in her glasses, which is good. For the last homura, the stand didn't fit into her, so we had to file it off. Let's see if it will fit this time.
Yeah, just shove it in there.
Luckily, it went without any issues. Then I guess the last copy was faulty. It depends on your luck, because my luck isn't the best. Here is the scale you picked. Her box has a nice circular cutout on the front, where you can see the figure. She was manufactured by a company called Gift. They have been around for quite some time now. On the front of the box it says, "She will now know what this encounter is. A mere coincidence or necessity, which be an encounter that would change her destiny." On the circular cutout you probably can't see, but it has some wiping marks. So maybe this figure has been sitting somewhere for a while now, gathering dust. The artist behind this figure is Toda Satoshi. They have quite a lot of experience under their belt. They also made a very popular figure from an anime called Another, which you have probably seen before. And from Madoka Magica besides Homura, they also worked on a figure of Mami Tomoe, which has two versions, one as a garage kit and one also manufactured by Gift. Anyways, let's free her up. Inside is a beautiful diamond pattern. The base of this figure is absolutely stunning. It looks like when she resets the time in the series, which is an amazing depiction of it. Also, the figure is covered in plastic film to prevent paint transfer. Here is a closer look at her. She comes with only one accessory, which you have to assemble. I personally didn't have any issues fitting the gun into her hand. She is also very stable on the base. And for the last one, let's open this prize figure. This figure has two versions. The one I have has a hexagonal shaped base, which connects to all of the other magical girls. And there is the same version of her just with a circular base, but they look identical. I still don't know what's the point of these little handle cutouts. Maybe to fit it into gacha machine, since these figures are supposed to be prizes. On top it says SQ, which stands for Super Quality Figure. It's one of the Ban Prestos lines. And of course we have some dust. Let's open her up.
Dangling dust.
Inside is a simple cardboard which protects the figure a little.
Slide it back in. It's kind of silly. Like corpse.
And for the extra protection, the figure is in some bubble wrap. After unwrapping the bubble wrap, it's the same situation as you have seen before. Everything is being separated in a plastic bag. Let's assemble her. We ran into one issue. You have to stretch her legs a bit so they fit into the base pegs. Not only that, you have to hold the plastic pegs underneath so they don't fall out, and only then you can put her on. It's a bit flimsy. I don't know if that plastic should have been glued to the base. There weren't any glue marks, so maybe it's just a bad design. After that struggle, we put on her head. And lastly, the bow. Here are all of them together. Now let's take a closer look at them, starting with the baby. She was definitely better than the previous experience I had with this figure manufacturer. At least she is able to stand on her base. Like I mentioned before, I like that she comes with proper glasses, but they are reflecting a lot on camera, which can't be good for photography. She was very cheap, so the paintwork won't be perfect, but what can you expect? Her face looks cute. She even has some blush on, which adds to the cuteness. She would look cute on any desktop cheering you on while you game or do your work. And if you rage during your gaming session, she is pretty stable on her base. Here is our prize Homura. She looks so peaceful. She isn't perfect, there is some paint scratches here and there. I don't know if they are removable, I'ma try after the video. Her hair really lacks in shading, and it kinda looks like Play-Doh. But for that price I think it's okay. On the other hand, her hair is sculpted really well. Homura is known for her long flowy hair, so it captures that nicely. I really like her face, especially her eyes. They do look beautiful. The diamonds on her tights are painted well, which is not common on other prize figures. Her bow does take a lot of space, it's really huge, so expect her to take a lot of space on your shelf. It's not too fragile, but be careful. Now to the scale. She's a super dynamic figure, the pose is stunning. She is painted perfectly, especially her shield. It has so much tiny details, and that crimson red color is so eye-catching. The base came a little scratched. This figure is pre-owned, but on AmiAmi she is listed as an A rating. That means she wasn't opened yet, so maybe this is a manufacturing error, I can't tell for sure. Her hair is so magnificently sculpted, and they do look alive, as depicted in the series, which is very nice. She kinda looks down, and I feel like her face is not very visible, which is not ideal. I wish she looked up a bit more. As you see, this Homura doesn't have an accurate art style to the series, which is okay, but I do wish they offered a different face sculpt that is more accurate to the original artwork from the franchise. I feel that's the biggest issue of this figure. Yes, I collect a lot of figures of Homura Akemi, but let's say if you would want only like one or two, then I wouldn't recommend this one. There are a lot of other figures of Homura Akemi, so you are spoiled for choice. Also, if you would want to build a shelf with all of the 5 girls from the series, this wouldn't be it, since there is only Mami and Homura. But if you prefer a realistic face and you don't want to collect all the girls, this Homura might be for you. So that's it. What do you think? Which Homura did you like the most? And do you own any of them? Each of them have some pros and cons, but it depends on you and what are you looking for in a figure. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the price Homura we opened today. I think she is really worth the price, and I am happy that the tiny one didn't disappoint me today. So that's good. As you probably know, the Madoka Magica movie was postponed to August of this year. That's really unfortunate, but it's okay as long as they deliver. I'm super excited to see what they are cooking up there. Not only that, all the new figures of Homura are getting announced. That's good news, but at the same time, my wallet is screaming. But what can you do? Anyways, thank you so much for spending time with me here today. I hope you enjoyed this Homura unboxing. I want to thank you again for voting if you did, and hopefully we will see each other again. So thank you so much and bye bye! I just got back from the post office and I picked up this bear and I can't bear to present him to you. So I will add him at the end of this video. Recently there have been a lot of Homura plushies dropping, so I've been getting more into plushie collecting. This is Kumamate. I don't really know much about him. It's like a bear mascot that cosplays a bunch of characters. He comes with this little tag that has Homura's soul gem on it. These pairs were released in the year 2023 and they are the main 5 magical girls to collect. But for me it's enough to only own Homura. Here he is out. He is really soft and cute.
Huh?
He even has a little soul gem embroidery on his paw. His body is movable like a proper vintage teddy you would see at your grandma's house. His clothes are removable. I checked their website. There you can buy the bear a bunch of clothes to give him a makeover. The only thing that you can't take off is the headband. The little details on his clothes are printed on, which doesn't look bad. They originally retailed for around 20 bucks. I got mine for slightly more since I missed the pre-order period, but it's okay, at least I didn't spend a fortune on this bear. He is just so adorable, and yeah. That's it for the video, okay, bye bye!